Josh Mueller, your knife guy here, and in this video today we're actually going to talk about how to use a stainless steel skillet to cook salmon. So let me talk about what we have here first in terms of supplies, what you need to make this happen. So first I have a 12-inch frying pan. This is a large pan for just a few pieces of fish because we want to give the fish room in the pan to cook. We also have some coconut oil, a little bit of butter, and then the salmon. And the salmon's already seasoned, and I did that earlier, basically portioned it and seasoned it. And then we also have a little bit of water so we can tell when the pan is hot enough. And then I have my favorite metal spatula and a pair of tongs for putting the salmon into the pan. So here's our portioned seasoned salmon. And one thing I want to show you is how we've actually scored the skin on the salmon. That's actually a technique I learned from watching Gordon Ramsay cook. What it does, it makes it so that while the salmon's cooking, it doesn't buckle up because the skin's got some seams in it. So the first step is we're going to preheat the pan on medium heat. We want to make sure we get it nice and hot so that when we put that salmon in, it's going to give a nice good sear to that skin. We need to test the heat of the pan and see if it's hot enough. And so we're going to take a little bit of water. And what I love about waterless cookware is you can just drop the water in there and you'll see, you know it's hot enough when the water just beads up like this, where it doesn't steam away or anything like that. That means it's not hot enough. But here it just beads up. Okay, so we just did the water test. The pan's hot enough. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go in with our coconut oil. So, and I use copious amounts of coconut oil. We want to get it to the point where it's melted all the way down. We're going to spread it around the pan, and then we're going to go ahead and throw our salmon in and get that cooking. So, and you know the pan's nice and hot when you get that good sizzle when you add the salmon in. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get our salmon in the pan here. It should be nice and hot enough. And I like to use the tongs to get the salmon in, and I use the spatula for flipping it over and moving it around. Okay, so a couple quick reminders. Anytime that you're cooking meat, fish, just anything like that, you always want to preheat. Remember that rule, preheat for meat. So we preheated this at medium heat, and now what we're going to do is we're going to let the salmon cook until it's about cooked halfway through the fish. At that point then, we should be good where the skin has got a nice sear on it, and we'll be able to put it in the oven, and I like to finish it under the broiler. Okay, so it's been about 6 or 7 minutes now that the salmon's been cooking, and one thing I want to make a note of here is that I haven't moved it or touched it at all. When you're doing this, you want to just get it in the pan and then let it be, because if you move it around or play with it all the time, try to flip it, this and that, it never gives the salmon skin underneath the opportunity to get that nice crispy sear on the bottom. So let's go ahead and take a look. We should be ready to go into the broiler. So you can see how it's about halfway done around the edge of the salmon. So if you look, you'll see that it's gone from dark pink on the very top to light pink on the bottom. So once that light pink has moved about halfway up through the fillet of the salmon, that's when you know you're ready. So, and we can go ahead and flip it. If you want to keep it on the stovetop, you can flip it over and see how it's got that nice, beautiful crisp on the skin underneath. Same on this side here. So it's really perfectly cooked for the flipping. We can leave it here for a couple more minutes and then it'll be done. What I like to do is I like to actually finish it off in the oven. So that's what we're going to do here. Okay, so you know your salmon's done when the internal temperature is 145 or higher. And this is it. So it's been in there for about 4 minutes in the oven, and you can see when we flip it over how it's just got a beautiful, beautiful golden color on the skin. It's nice and crispy, and then when you flip it over here, it looks perfectly done all the way through. So, and then we go ahead and just serve it. I like to serve it with some nice healthy vegetables. And ran out of lemon, so we've got a nice little wedge of lime here. You can finish it off with that if you like. There you go. So a couple quick things for you. So if you want a nice topping recipe to go on top of your salmon, we've got a great pineapple salsa recipe that you can try out. Make sure you visit our website to do that. Also, subscribe here on this YouTube channel so that you can be updated when we have new recipes and new videos for you. And visit www.yourknifeguy.com to check out other great recipes, other great videos on how to use your knives and cook and have more fun and save more time in your kitchen.